The youth are the hope of our future, said Jose Rizal, a renowned Filipino nationalist. But are they ready to shape the future through voting at age 16? Today I will discuss a proposal that has gained traction in recent years, lowering the voting age to 16. While I understand the enthusiasm behind this idea and I respect the passion of young people who want their voices heard, I believe that lowering the voting age will ultimately be detrimental to our democratic process. I will argue that 18 remains the appropriate age for enfranchisement based on three crucial factors: cognitive maturity, life experience, and the potential for undue influence. Firstly, cognitive maturity plays a vital role in informed decision-making at the ballot box. Voting is not simply about expressing a preference. It's about understanding complex policy issues and evaluating candidates, platforms, and considering the long-term consequence of political choices. While some 16-year-olds are undoubtedly bright and educated, research consistently shows that cognitive development, particularly in areas like abstract reasoning, critical thinking, and long-term planning, is still processing significantly between the ages of 16 and 18. Neuroscientific studies demonstrate that the prefrontal cortex of the brain, responsible for these higher-level cognitive functions, continue to mature well into the late teens and early 20s. Lowering the voting age risks enfranchising a population on average may not yet possess the cognitive capacity to fully grasp the complexities of the political landscape. We want voters who can critically analyze information, not just react to sound bites. Secondly, life experience is an individual asset when making informed political choices. Voting is not about understanding policy, it's about understanding how policy impacts real lives. 18-year-olds on average have had more opportunities to develop a broad understanding of the world around them. They are more likely to have held real jobs and managed their own finances, and navigated the complexities of higher education or vocational training, and experienced the responsibilities of adulthood. These experiences provide a crucial context for evaluating political promises and understanding the potential consequences of different policy choices. 16-year-olds, while often engaged in their communities, typically lack the readiness of experience necessary to fully appreciate the implication of their votes. They are still largely dependent on their families and have limited exposure to the perspective of older voters. Finally, lowering the voting age raises serious concerns about undue influence. 16-year-olds are, by definition, still minors are often heavily influenced by their parents, teachers, and peers. While influence is a natural part of human interaction, the potential for undue influence is particularly concerning in the context of voting. Parents with their own deeply held political beliefs could exert significant pressure on their children to vote a certain way. Teachers, while often dedicated and well-meaning, could interject their own bias into classroom discussions, shaping students' political views. In the voting booth should be a sanctuary for independent thoughts and free from manipulation. Lowering the voting age risks turning into an extension at the family dinner table or the classroom, undermining the principle of individual autonomy. In conclusion, while I applaud the desire to engage young people in the political process, I believe that lowering the voting age to 16 would be a mistake. It would enfranchise a population on average lacks of cognitive maturity, life experience, and independence necessary to make informed, responsible decisions on the ballot box. Let us focus instead on empowering young people through civic education, engaging their participation in community service, and fostering a culture and engaged citizenship. Let us preserve the wisdom of the ballot box by maintaining 18 as the voting age. My references were Steinberg, L. 2023, The Influence of Neuroscience of the Supreme Court Decisions About Adolescence, Criminal Culpability, Nature Reviews, and Neuroscience, and also National Center of Education Statistics, NCES 2018, the Nation's Report Card, Civic 2018, and lastly, U.S. Census Bureau 2021, voting and registration in the election of November 2020. Thank you for listening.